Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Gurave Gaurachandraya, Radhikaya Tadalave, Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namo. Hare Krishna. So today's topic is how to read scriptures, shastras. But before that we have to discuss why to read scriptures. Then we will understand how to read. First we have to understand why to read shastra. Is it necessary to read shastra? People read many things. People read Filmfare. They read newspaper, magazines. They read so many books, novels. 7 Steps to Success by Dale Carnegie. So many motivational books. But why to read Shastra? So in 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita, it is mandatory to read Shastra. Why? Because it says, Yasyastra vidhi musrujya vartate kamakaratat nasasiddhim avapnoti na sukham na paramgatim. Divine and demonic qualities in 16th chapter, please remember. Everyone has these tendencies in this yuga, especially. Those in previous yugas, the demons were in another planet, the devotees are in another planet. Then in later yugas, the demons and devotees, they are in the same family. But in Kali Yuga, they are in same person. Early morning, we become very much divine by coming to the morning program. It's good. But when the day passes and passion increases, when the time when sense objects come in front of us in the form of beautiful form or sound or taste or anything, and this demonic tendency evolves. So therefore this morning program is highly necessary for everyone. Why the devotees are not there? Others? Call them. Your base manager, where is he? What is his name? Base manager? He was asking me question. So he must be in the upstairs. Go and call him. So the Shastras, it is very, very necessary, because in the morning the time is mode of goodness. So when we charge ourselves at the early morning hours, then the charging, whatever charging percentage that remains throughout the day till night, just like you charge the mobile without fail. In the same way, charging ourselves is very, very essential. So, Yas Shastra Vidhim Usrujya Vartate Kamakarata. He says that he who disregards or discards or rejects, in one sense, he who rejects scriptural injunctions, whatever is mentioned in the Shastra, he who discards or rejects, and what he does, acts according to his own whims. Manmana karna, who cares? Whatever I like, I'll do. Like that they do. So one who doesn't follow Shastra and live the life according to one's own whim, own mentality, or according to one's own pushings of the senses, then he says that that person nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na paramgati. That he cannot attain neither perfection nor happiness. What to speak of supreme destination? Neither perfection nor happiness. What to speak of supreme destination? So you see, in these days, in the social media, especially at this time when December book marathon is going on, you will find that many motivational videos it comes in our social media, where the eminent elite personalities, they read also Bhagavad Gita. They also read. So some celebrities, or someone said one Hollywood actor, he also follows Bhagavad Gita, like that. Hare Krishna. Manager Prabhu, welcome. Yesterday, Manager Prabhu asked him a question: how to be steady in spiritual life? Consistency. So you should know the answer also. No? First, you have to study in the class. Consistency is required. So this helps actually. You know that very, very famous motivational speaker in our society, Dr. Vivek Bindra, Venu Mohan Prabhu. The way he speaks, everything gets shaken off. Mic and table and even the camera, everything is getting shaken. So he also says that some book writer or some motivational person from West, he came to India and he sold his books, thousands of copies. And Stephen Covey, right. And then he was telling Vivek Bindraji that he took everything from Bhagavad Gita, but we don't know. So there is a way to read the Shastra so that it just doesn't remain a holy book in the holy self. Holy self, it doesn't remain that, okay, we have also Gita and we do puja, we do parikama also. Parikama, we do everything we do. But why we should read the Shastras in such a way that it becomes our textbook, the way we read our academic books. So first and foremost thing is that why to read Shastra is, if we want to get perfection, if we want to get happiness, and if we want to get supreme destination, that is back to Godhead, then the Shastras are very, very necessary. It is like beacon light to show the path. It is like the milestone, which shows us how much kilometer more to go. Suppose you go from here to Puri and you see the milestone, that 20 kilometer or 30, or 15 kilometer, like that. And then you come to know, okay, more 15 kilometers are there. Okay, you are getting? In the same way, Shastras are like milestone. How much we have covered and how much we have to go. How long we have to go. So, like, and this is very practical. Shastras, especially Bhagavad Gita, is very practical. So in the 16th chapter, after describing this, at last Krishna says to Arjuna, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Arthe, Pramanam Te. karya karya vyavasthito. Tasmat, whenever this word comes, tasmat, isiliye, therefore, that means something has been told before, therefore, you understand? So that's called tasmat, therefore. That means what Krishna had spoken before, the divine and demonic qualities. And then he said, therefore, tasmat, sastram pramanam te karya karya vyavasthito. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by regulation of the scripture. How do we know? By reading the scripture. Shastra is the best pramana. See, there are three pramanas are there. It is said, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. You must have heard this. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. But then again the question asks, out of three, among three, which one is the best pramana? That is Shastra. Because Shastra is all Paurusheya, by Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Supreme Lord or His pure devotee, they are free from four defects. Brahma, Pramada, Vipralipsa, Karnapatava. To be illusion, committing mistake, senses are imperfect, and what else? Cheating propensity. So the Shastra, Lord and His pure devotees are free from this. So whatever they say, that is pramana. Even in India and our state also, if you say something in village, they say, "Kahan likha hai? Batao." They say, "Na, kahan likha hai?" That means they have this notion that Veda, Praman, Veda or Purana, kis Puran mein likha hai? Like that they ask. So Shastra is the best Pramana, topmost Pramana. And Yatva Shastram Vidhanoktam Karma Kartum Iharahasi. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. So there is a saying that Chittam Nichagati Swabhavatal. My Guru Maharaj says this, spiritual master, that Chittam Nichagati Swabhavatal. Take a glass of water, put it. By nature it will go down. So our Chitta, our consciousness, by default setting is that it will go down only. Unless you give a push. Come on, get up, wake up, help each other. Then come to program, morning program, and attend Arati, and chant your rounds, and read Shastra. Then it will evolve. The groundwater, how it goes to the tank? How? By motor. So that motor has to be there. Otherwise, if you give little loose to us, the consciousness, the nature of the consciousness in this day and age, it tendency goes down. Just like water always flows down. The consciousness, chitta, always goes down. So again and again we have to hammer, or we have to raise the water above, up to that upstairs tank. Again and again, these programs, these temple programs, what Prabhupada has given us, it gives us the strength, it raises our consciousness, rise above, transcend above the modes. When we come to morning program and attend the temple program activities, we transcend the modes. Otherwise, the lower modes always sucks us. Just like the leech suck the blood, that joko, that suck the blood. So this complacency or lethargy is one of the greatest stumbling block in our path. Again I am repeating, complacency or lethargy, alaspan, is stumbling block in our spiritual path. So everyone should help each other. There should be some regulations. In I see in Bhubaneswar temple, I was there, There is one devotee, every day around 3:30 he comes and he wakes up everyone. The way he wakes up everyone, means, even a person who is in dead bed, he will get up. In such a, your action shows louder than your voice. There is a saying. That person's action shows louder than his voice. Isn't it, Prabhu? Everyone somehow gets up and so the Shastra is very important. Therefore, Krishna says in Gita, Tasmat Shastram, how you know what to do, what not to do? If you don't know, then what is the difference between we and animal? They are also eating, sleeping, we are also eating, sleeping, mating different. The Shastra checks us, regulates us, because we are a human being. Here some 6, 7, 8 devotees are sitting and I am speaking something. Just imagine for a moment, all these 8, 7, 8 devotees, persons, they will be out and a bunch of dogs, some 7, 8 dogs will be there. I will speak Bhagavad Gita. What will happen to me? The nearby hospital. The Shastra is for human being. You take any product, model, any gadget, suppose any gadget you take, so they give a manual. So in this way, our life, human life is also like a machine. Gadi has 2 headlights, we have 2 headlights. Gadi has horn, we have also horn. Pom. Carbohydrates, Gadi has everything. Engine, we have also so many systems into it. So this is like body is like a Gadi. So we need a manual, how to drive it. People don't know, they just live like animals. Somehow work hard, earn money and get married, produce children like cats and dogs, and one day finish. The next life, again next life, finish like that. So this is essential, that Shastra gives us that is like manual, which gives us the right way to. So now to know, okay, that we know that to regulate our life, and as a human being we should read Shastra, then we come to know and we get inspiration, we get so many things. But someone can guide us what to read, when to read, how to read. First of all, we need a guide. We need a mentor or guide. And for us, all of us, ISKCON devotees, the best guide is our His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. So what he says, just 1 minute I will tell you.
People don't read, then you feel restless. Let me go from Japan to India, from India to Japan. You are restless because you don't read. I am doing so hard for you, but you don't take a point. Don't take advantage of eating and sleeping. Take advantage of these books. Then your life will be simple. My duty, I am giving so valuable things, day and night, to make me eat what you want. And if you don't take advantage of this, then what can I do for you?
So the very inspirational video I shared, Prabhu, you can share others. Prabhupada has given us everything. Prabhupada has written all the Shastras by spending sleepless nights. At least we can read those by spending sleepless days. Is it okay? He has spent sleepless nights. At least you can sleep at night, but at least daytime you can take out some time and to read Shastra. And how it is so powerful that it's very practical. It's very practical. Bhagavad Gita is not just a holy book, a ritualistic reading that I encouraged yesterday that to recite some verses. That is also good, but apart from recitation, why not to live? Just live, live according to the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. Practical, like you can also see so many tribulations, so many difficulties, so many challenges come in our life. Many challenges. Study pressure, peer pressure, job pressure, professional, future pressure, career pressure, competition, and our parents, our relatives, our friends and colleagues, finance problems, so many problems are there. The winter and cold and summer, heat, rain, man, apman. The greatest is that if someone humiliates us, someone insults us. So these are so many challenges in our life, isn't it? Don't you feel? So at that time, how to balance, how to our lives, we can balance it stable, our life without getting disturbed. So then you have to take shelter of Shastra. Now can you say, if you have read Bhagavad Gita, which verse of Bhagavad Gita tells you that in any situation, and ups and downs and right and left and loss and profit and man and apman, remain steady without getting disturbed? Do you remember any verse from Bhagavad Gita? Matra svarsastu kaunteya sitosno sukha dukkhada agama paino anityas tang titiksasva bharata. 2.14. 2.14 is the landmark of our journey. Maharaj has written, journey home. So our journey to the spiritual kingdom is that 2.14 verse we should keep in front of our eyes. Outside world they sing, nazaron ke samne. So our nazaron ke samne, this verse should be there. Listen, 2.14. Matra sparsastu kaunteya. This verse gives us that man, apman, loss, profit, winter, summer, victory, loss, any dualities, any kind of dualities of this world, in any situation, we have to remain steady. Because Krishna says in Gita, it will come and go. Arjuna, just tolerate. It will come and go. Now summer was there, therefore you put AC. Now what is the use of AC now? Just remove and throw it. Winter is there. We cannot do it. We cannot remove and throw it. So in winter, summer, rain, just tolerate. So spirituality makes us immune from these dualities. We learn to tolerate, to go on. चलता है, ऐसे होता है, हर एक के साथ होता है, सबके साथ होता है। जीवन में ऐसे बहुत सारी स्थितियां होती हैं, बस आगे बढ़ना है। to remain steady in our journey. On the Shastras, how it is so important. It is said that one time Madhvacharya was giving a talk, and he is Sakshat Vayu Avatar. Madhvacharya is Sakshat Vayu Avatar. We come in his Sampradaya, Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So in Udupi there is Math, Madhvacharya's Math. His 8 maths are there, 8 principal disciples are there. So he was very learned, very scholar. It is said the Vayu with Bhima and everything is Hanumanji also. The combination is Madhvacharya. So because he was very much highly scholar, he was giving class in Sanskrit. And so many disciples are sitting just like you sit now. They were sitting and they were listening the class. And he had a bullock cart, Belgadi. In that bullock cart, Madhvacharya used to carry so many shastras. Those days bullock carts were there. There was one bull. Bull means a dull, bell, balodo. One bull was there. His seva was to carry the scriptures of Madhvacharya from one place to another anytime Madhvacharya was to go. That was his seva. That's seva. And that bull was a very strange bull, very unique bull. Anytime Madhvacharya would give a talk, the bull was stand nearby or sit nearby. He would listen the class. Madhvacharya would talk in Sanskrit to his very scholar disciples, and the bull would sit nearby and he would listen the class. And then the animal, especially the cows and bulls, they graze the grass and immediately they don't eat. Pakuleva. And anytime Madhvacharya would give a talk and the bull would not eat, he would just stop. And then when the katha was over, he starts eating again. But when the discussion was going on, that time he would be very attentive and listen. So one time Madhvacharya was giving a class, and one of the disciple, very learned scholar disciple, and he asked a question to Madhvacharya. He said, Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, your contribution to this world is unique, that you have compiled so many scriptures, that too everything is in very high class Sanskrit. Now, who will write the commentary on your scripture? Who will write the Vyakhya, commentary on your scripture? Means he was asking that we, the prominent disciples are here, you can now tell who is the right person who can write the commentary on your scripture, on your work. Then Madhvacharya looked at everyone. No one. And they were shocked. All the learned disciples are completely shocked by hearing that they are so much educated and learned and scholar, but Madhvacharya find no one who is capable to read the commentary on what Madhvacharya has written. And after a minute, Madhvacharya said that the bull will write commentary on my work. Everyone was totally wonderstruck, astonished. How can a bull whose intelligence is practically zero, बैल का कोई बुद्धि नहीं होता है ना, देयरफॉर बेल है क्या, बस मोटा तगड़ा है लेकिन कोई बुद्धि ही नहीं है. दोज हु गो टू जिम दे आर लाइक बेल, देयर इंटेलिजेंस घुटने पे आ जाता है, नथिंग रिमेन्स हियर because they go to gym and practice everything and the intelligence gets dull. Everything comes in 6-pack, 7-pack, whatever you say, biceps, all everything, the energy goes there. So point here is that Madhvacharya said the bull will write commentary on my work. Everyone was surprised actually. You'll be surprised to listen that bull became Jayatirtha, the next successor of Madhvacharya. That same bull, same bell, became one of the prominent grand disciple of Madhvacharya after him. His name is Jayatirtha. You can see in the Bhagavad Gita disciple succession, there is Jayatirtha. And who is Jayatirtha? Who has written the commentary on the work of Madhvacharya, Mahabhasya. Very learned scholar, very brilliant. Okay? So, what do you understand from this story? You are very much unsteady, sitting here and your mind is somewhere. What do you understand? क्या समझे? कौन बुझिलो? If a bull can write in the commentary, why not you? Would you like to write commentary? Bhasya? So point here is that the Shastras are so important and we understand the Shastras by the mercy of the devotees. If a devotee can make us understand, if a devotee can explain us, then that same thing we can understand very easily. Therefore, here fortunately Prabhu is here to guide all of you. But at the same time, we should, now the action plan I am telling you at the end. The action plan is that all of us should some reporting card. That's in our days, in our new Bhakta days, we used to call sadhana card. That is very, very necessary. That helps us to see, to track our spiritual life. Track. That if you make a reporting card, very small, everything can be in our cell phone also. No need to write in a paper, just note it something. At least I am telling you, not more, less than this. At least what you can write every day and update to Prabhu so that he can check your sadhana. First point, if you remember, otherwise you can note it first in your notes. Wake up time of waking up. Okay? Right. Then you write going to bed. So when you go to bed early, then you can rise early. Early morning rising is best for health and for sadhana, swadhyaya, study also. You remember in our childhood days, my mother would wake up in high school board exam and would get up. And he used to clean and gobar lipna, rangoli dena, she used to do. And she used to wake up and read. Exam is coming. So somehow the system has been changed since years that students go late night studying and they get up very late, isn't it? But this habit is not so good. They need the time, peaceful time. But why not go to bed early? 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, go to bed early. Get up at 2, 3 o'clock. Radhesampu gets up at 3 o'clock and he reads Bhagavatam first. every day, because he is temple president, he is president of Pune, he is co-president of Hyderabad, and he has so many engagements. So he gets up early in the morning, before Mangal Arati, he reads Bhagavatam purport. And what he reads at that time, it remains as in the subconscious like photographic. And that he gives in the class. It's a good habit. All of us, including me, we have to practice. That if you get up early, so that the rise and go to bed early, you take less in the night. Dinner should be very moderate. Not that बना है तो चला देते हैं एकदम 10-12 पूरी और हलवा और इडली सांभर के अगले दिन उठा ही नहीं जा रहा है, धक्के मार के उठाना पड़ता है, घंटी बजाना पड़ता है, तो पता नहीं पानी का बकेट भी डालना पड़ता है. So dinner should be very moderate, and then हल्का फुल्का लीजिए ताकि you young boys, you can digestion power is more, can get up early. And if you get up early, then you get, I'm telling you, there's golden time, early morning. Someone can chant the round, someone can read your academic books, or you can read some Shastra, and the whole day you are totally charged. So going to bed early, time of going to bed. Next point is waking up time. And the next point is that reading, note it. So suppose if you are reading Bhagavad Gita or any book, make it half an hour a day, minimum half an hour, minimum आधा घंटा. Then in a week how much? 3.5 घंटा. Am I right? 3.5 hours. This is minimum standard for any base inmates. Base inmates, they should read minimum half an hour Shastra. Suppose you are reading science, suppose you are reading Bhagavad Gita, someone is reading some books. And reading also, that should be very systematic. First you read all the small books of Prabhupada. Mostly the wonderful book is kept here. I saw that Prabhupada's small books. And then at the same time you can read Bhagavad Gita. So don't just read randomly whatever you get. आज मन हो गया तो गीता, कल कुछ और उठा लिया गरुड़ पुराण. Everything चटनी आचार के जैसा थोड़ा थोड़ा ले लिया. Remain steady in our practice. Take one book and finish it, complete it. Make it underline and subnotes, you can do it. So small books, medium books, Bhagavad Gita, you can choose one of them and read it. So that is reading hour is per a day. How many hours? Half an hour. And then write hearing. Hearing also minimum half an hour. Maximum you can do half an hour, 1 hour, but minimum half an hour. So that comes to 3.5 hours in a week. Am I right? Hearing also 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours in a week. 3.5 घंटा reading, 3.5 घंटा hearing. That comes to 7 hours in a week. So that is our core sadhana. Sadhana comes japa, hearing and reading. So in hearing, I would recommend all of you, you must hear, I don't say you should hear, you must hear all Prabhupada's lecture. The English lectures are available in Digitory, that you can hear one by one. All Bhagavad Gita series, Prabhupada's Bhagavatam classes are there. And apart from that, if you get inspired by some spiritual master, any of the disciple of Prabhupada, that is also you should hear. So first from priority is Prabhupada's class, and then Guru Maharaj's class. And that also you take one and complete that. Suppose you are listening Prabhupada's class, then complete that lecture. Suppose you are listening Guru Maharaj's class, then take one class or one katha or one section, then complete that. Then you will release it. And then rest others, this speaker, that speaker, that is third. But first and second is Param Guru and Gurudev. That every day we can hear. You can choose. Suppose today you heard Prabhupada, the next day Guru Maharaj. Or 15 minutes this, 15 minutes this. Minimum I am doing because all of you are students. This is for students, not for brahmachari. Brahmacharis, temple devotees have ample of time. But for students, at least they should hear. So now what you have written, please read it. Reading, hearing, and chanting. Write down chanting. Chanting, also you write. Chanting means when did you finish your round? Whatever round you are chanting, when did you, what the time of finishing the round? That you have to, maximum round if possible, please chant in the morning hour. If you complete your round in the morning, that is best. But if suppose your class is there, you have some homework to do and maximum round, complete your round. Complete in the morning. Prabhupada used to do in his working days. Should I tell you how he was chanting his round? Does anyone know? How Prabhupada used to complete his rounds when he was working, like all of you students? Huh?
Morning 16 rounds, and before lunch, 16.
No, actually 4 rounds at a time. If you sit for chanting, why I said you will sit at 6:30? Because if I sit, I will not get up from that place until I complete at least 4 rounds. That's called steadiness. At least 4 rounds. You sit in one place at one shot, you complete 4 rounds, then you can, if it is required, you can get up and do something. समझ में आ रहा है ना? So please make it practice. If you are steady, then 8 rounds you can do. Prabhupada used to chant in this way, 4 rounds at a time. Suppose 4 rounds, and then if some work, then another 4 rounds, another 4 rounds, another 4 rounds, like that. But if you have time, you can chant 8 rounds also, maximum rounds in the morning. So chanting is there. So this much only. This is called reporting. This we have to do it on a regular basis, and there should be accountability in our spiritual life, and send to Prabhu, your guide, your mentor, your counselor. Someone, see, we may be connected to different gurus, we may be connected to different mentors, but at least wherever we are living in, that setup, if some person is appointed as a mentor or guide or caretaker, so you can report to him also, so that he can know that, okay, this boy, that boy, this and this, what is his sadhana report. Otherwise, we just remain in any of the boys' hostel. What is the difference between base and that boys' hostel? Nothing, no? So this again we will recap. What you have written? Going to bed, or time of going to bed? Wake up time?
Reading half an hour, hearing half an hour, chanting 10 minutes.
And lastly, just one point you can write: service, seva. If you are doing so Prabhu is doing deity worship, so he can the deity seva. Suppose someone is doing prasadam, someone doing managing, someone doing purchasing, some service, everyone should do little bit. Some little bit of service, but service makes us humble. The ego goes down. So service, everyone should engage in some kind of service. Setting up this class, that is a service. Media is also service. Purchasing is service. Cleaning is service. So many services are there. So this much we can do, and send it to, at least Prabhu is here. He is a caretaker of all of you. You might be connected to different center, different setup, different spiritual master, different. But someone is here who is accountable to all of you, so you can be accountable to him also. That sending the report. So every day, once before going to bed, just write these 4 or 5 points and WhatsApp him. You can have a group where he can check that, okay, this is the, if something is lacking in chanting or reading or hearing, or then you can write the comments below. Prabhu, I am sorry, because of this so and so reason I could not complete 3.5 hour hearing, 3.5 hour reading or timing. So then he comes to know, okay, this is the reason why. Is it clear? So I have to rush. Prabhu is going to drop me. Thank you very much. So we'll meet again whenever Krishna willing, we'll meet again. I hope I could serve all of you by saying few words. I pray to Lord Jagannath, all of you become very sincere devotee as well as students also, because we require both. You remember this point that Ma Manusmara Yudhyacha. Okay? Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki